First, we have to make it through here. We have to be built up spiritually with this knowledge. Step is to be delivered out in the chariot. Then the change comes. Then the stony heart gets removed. Then the law, statutes, and commandments are placed into our spirit, and then we will be perfected.
All flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of men, another flesh of beasts, another of fishes, and another of birds. Also celestial bodies, and bodies terrestrial. But the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. There is one glory of the sun, another glory of the moon, another glory of the stars. For one star differeth from another star in glory. So also is the resurrection of the dead. It is sown in corruption, it is raised in incorruption. It is sown in dishonor, it is raised in glory. It is sown in weakness, it is raised in power. It is sown a natural body, it is raised a spiritual body. There is a natural body, and there is a spiritual body. And so it is written, the first man Adam was made a living soul, the last Adam was made a quickening spirit. Howbeit, that was not first which is spiritual, but that which is natural, and afterward that which is spiritual. The first man is of the earth, earthy. The second man is the Lord from heaven. As is the earthy, such are they also that are earthy. And as is the heavenly, such are they also that are heavenly. And as we have borne the image of the earthy, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. But thanks be to God, which giveth us the victory through our Lord. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. And we won't get into this more. I got a few videos, that was sent, through group chats from brothers in the WhatsApp. And pretty much we're gonna see, how people, are planning to try to escape from judgment. And what we're witnessing is there's no new thing under the sun. Okay, we're gonna get it. Okay, if a brother can post it real quick in Ecclesiastes chapter 1. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. Yep, Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. We'll start from there. And it's a lot happening, propaganda, and through the spirit, we just filter to the propaganda and bring out, the real intent of Esau Edom. Okay, these elites, and what they plan on trying to bring, to the earth, man. Okay. This to brother Bayan Yashala, Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. It says, the thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Okay, there is no new thing, all right, under the sun. What we're seeing, okay, is another reenactment, okay, of things that have already, been attempted. And this man's new world order is nothing new. And the energy that's in the earth is nothing new, man. This rebellious, wicked energy that we see, in the earth, which Esau Edom is at the forefront of the biggest, rebellion, all right, against Yahweh Bashim Shai the earth has ever seen. Now, can the brother put that inscription, Maccabees, dealing with, all should be one people, under one law. Brother can get that. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the blue letter real quick, get a couple precepts, and then we'll go into that clip. I got a few little clips to play, just being on point in the spirit, all right, according to prophecy, man, because that's the main thing, that's going on in the earth. It's all prophecy, it's all linked to biblical prophecy, man. Now, when you go back, okay, during the time before the flood, that's why you hear brothers, use that term flood behavior. Well, let's go back into the time, all right, and the energy that was in the earth before the flood. Now, this is Genesis 6 and 5. And the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was so great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Okay, and you think of the mindset of this people, the energy that's in the earth. Everyone is consumed with what they want to do. Everyone has their own set of their own standard and what they consider righteousness, and it's wickedness, man. There's acceptance of all type of abominations. You got men and women that they think about adultery all day. Okay, think about robbing, women setting men up, men, getting over, and all these different, just a continual way of wickedness. And it started with the elites on down, all right, because so is the king, so is the people, okay? Because the elites, they run a society that's based off finessing and getting over on people, putting poison in the food. That's all these people think about. You see, matter of fact, I say because it started with the elites. Let's get that in I believe it's Proverbs the 4th chapter. Let's get that in Proverbs 4. It's Proverbs 4 and 16. And it says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. So this is all these people in rulership think about is some type of wickedness, man. This is all these people think about. And it has trickled down, to the masses of the people to be in that mindset. Now the elites have the power to do wickedness on a whole nother scale. They can steal resources from countries, sex trafficking and all these different things that they're into, poison, the food, all right, inflation, all these different things, it's just wickedness and oppression. And you go to a lower level, what do you have in this society? People oppressing each other, getting over on each other. Okay, the Israelite woman trying to find some new way to oppress, the man. The Israelite man trying to find some way to oppress another Israelite man. Okay. They're not content until they have done some type of wickedness, man. And let's get that in Micah. Okay, to bag that up. All right. And it said, woe to the oppressors, man. This is Micah 2:1. It said, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. You see, it said they don't sleep unless they cause sun to fall. Okay, this is all these people think about is wickedness, man. What can we put in the food? What can we, what can we release? What type of pestilence can we release? What type of, radiation through the Wi-Fi? You know, what, how can we, how can we dumb them down some more? How can we make them more, violent? It's just a continuation of some type of evil plot, man. Okay, it said, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power, okay, of their hand. Okay, and this is the mindset of the rulership. Is just a continuation of evil. Okay, so when you go back to Genesis 6:5, and it says, um, and the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord Yahweh that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him in his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them. So Yahweh Shema Shah was fed up with the current state of the earth. Yahweh Shema Shah was completely fed up with the state and the condition that the earth was in, man. Okay, and and he was prepping great judgment, just like the times that we in now. Okay, like I always mention, let's go to Psalm 73 real quick. Psalm 73, and let's get straight to the point. This is Psalm 73:20 says that a dream when one awaketh. So, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. Okay, the Most High despises their image, just like he despised the image of the condition of the earth before the flood. He's despising this image, and he's awakening, which means what? He's becoming active. Okay, that's why we see things are ramping up, because now Yahweh Shema Shai is becoming more active. Okay, he doesn't physically sleep. Okay, the angels don't sleep, Yahweh Shai don't sleep, the spiritual realm don't sleep. But that term awaketh means what? He's becoming more active in the affairs of men. Okay, and it's leading to great judgment, man. All right, now you go to the word awaketh in the Hebrew, it's looks like our war. Okay, our war, which goes into what? To rouse oneself, to awaken, to incite. Okay, the Most High is aroused that the wickedness is in the earth, man. Okay, it says to be excited, to be triumphant, because he's going to triumph over wickedness through his son Yahweh Shai. Okay, he's going to wage war on this society through Yahweh Shai, man. And people think when we watch this video, we're going to see how unprepared people are, man. And the mind state that they got is off. Okay, they have no clue of what's about to happen, man. Okay, so we're seeing Yahweh Shema Shai being roused up in the earth, man. That's why these things are happening, man. This is Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, rising up to the prey, man. Okay, I want to get the word image, see what it goes into. All right, you get that word image. All right, it look like Taza, uh, Tazalum, Tazalum. Okay, in the Hebrew. Okay, and it says image, likeness of resemblance. Okay, of resemblance, man. Okay, and this current society is like a resemblance of the society before the flood. Okay, the society of Sodom and Gomorrah. You see, and that's why that judgment is going to rain down. That's why Yahweh Shema Shai pretty much is dealing, directly with the body, taking the body through these, this chastening, so we won't be nothing like the image of this society, when he starts to judge, man. As an Israelite man, we don't want to be nothing like an image of a nigga, man. Okay, the image of this world, this society. All right, as an Israelite woman, you don't want to be nothing like the image, okay, of this modern woman. Okay, because that's a despised image, and that's why he's coming back to judge. Okay, that's the reason why people don't put two and two together. The condition of society with what's going on in earth. People don't put it together, man. Okay. Now let's read this. All right. When you go to St. John 14 and 30, it says, "Hereafter I will not talk much with you, for the prince of this world cometh and have nothing in me." And this is Yahweh Shai speaking and saying, look, the prince of this world, which were the Edomites at the time, all right, ruling as the Romans, all right, it said, the prince of this world cometh and have nothing in me. So this society has nothing to do with the righteous society that's to come. And that's why how about Shema Shai is from the throw down, man. This wicked empire that has been builded up, how about Shema Shai is about to throw down. Okay. And we're seeing the build up to that, man. Now, let's get this. Go back to Genesis, then we get that clip. All right. This is Genesis 6 and 11. Well, matter of fact, let me start at 8, because see, we want to be likened unto Noah. Okay, I'm gonna read 6 and read into 8. This is Genesis 6 and 7. The Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai. And we want to be likened unto Noah. And what was Noah moved by? Okay, what was Noah moved by, man? All right, which Noah goes into comfort, man, and we're comforted by our power, man. And he shows us demonstration of his power, so we can have comfort in these times, man. We we gotta pretty much take the smallest thing that Yahweh Shema Shai does for us, man, and use that as a tool for comfort, man, because he's showcasing his power, man. Okay, now they go to Hebrews 11 and 7. It says, by faith, okay, Noah, okay, being warned of the things not seen as yet. You see that? So faith in the unseen has made us change our whole life. Okay, we created a whole lifestyle based off things that we haven't even seen yet, man. We talk about a kingdom we haven't seen yet. We can't physically go there, man. Okay, and we have faith in it. We talk about immortality. We haven't seen immortality. We can't even begin to describe what they look like, what they feel like. Okay, but faith in it has made us change our whole lives, man. Okay, it said by faith Noah, being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, moved with fear. Okay, he moved with fear, and we need a heavy dose of fear in these times, man. Okay, starting with Yahweh Bashim Shai and his leadership that he set up, man. Okay, We have to. There's a certain reverence and fear that we have to have. Okay, from Yahweh Bashim Shah. All right, through the whole ranking file, man. In these times, because that fear goes beyond, the spiritual realm, but in the earth, man. Okay, there's authority set up, man, that we should have a very high reverence for, man. Okay, it said, prepare an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world. Yeah, so Noah's building was a token of his faith and obedience, and that condemned the world. Okay, and us in this time, we're building this spiritual ark. Okay, and what keeps us in this ark is faith and obedience, man, being in order. Okay, being in order keeps us in the ark, you know, and us being in order, it condemns this world, man, because it shows that we have the ability to be in order, but the masses choose not, man. And it's gonna be a condemnation to them, man. A damnation, a punishment is coming for that. It says, and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith, man. And that's what we want to be, man. Heirs of righteousness, man. Okay. So go back to Genesis 6. All right, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 11. And it says, Genesis 6 and 11 said, the earth also was corrupt before the Most High, and the earth was filled with violence, man. And we know it's an extremely violent, society, man. Okay, extremely violent society. Here it is, people go out to different clubs and, where they know there's a chance it could be a shootout. Nigga can die. That's your average, that's just a part of your, of society. Okay, you go or neighborhoods and road rage. That's just part of society, man. The violence is just it's the new norm. This ain't normal, man. Okay, this is Genesis 6 and 12. It says, and the Most High looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon earth, man. Okay, and the only person that found favor was Noah, and under Noah, was his sons, and then and the wives of Noah and his sons, man. Okay, but the grace came to Noah, and they was delivered because the Lord had favor on Noah. You see, now let's get ready to cue this video up. Brother been lighting it up. Let's see. Yep, that's what I was looking for. All right, this is the brother Yashamai, tribe of Judah. This is First Maccabees 1 and 41. And said, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. You see that? All should be one people. So what we're seeing Esau Edom doing is nothing new, man, because these are the Greeks. Okay, so this whole one people, one government, one currency, this is nothing new, man. Nothing new under the sun. Okay, and he's putting it into legislation. This was a legislation that went out. Okay, verse 42, it says, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. And see, all these nations are down with it. India, these African nations, these Hamitic nations. All right, Moab, all these nations are down with this one world order, man. That's why all of them are already going digital. You know, you look at India. I think India is one of the most cashless, you know, societies on earth, man. All these heathens are in cahoots with Esau Edom, and that's why all of them going into captivity, man. Okay, for conspiring with this man. You see, um, verse 43 says, "Yeah, many." This is from the brother Bayan Yashala. It says, "Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath." And see, this is what we're seeing now. You know, look how many Israelites when they got the juice. Okay, that juice became an idol. And how many more are gonna go get the MOTB? Okay, that's them sacrificing themselves to an idol, man. Okay, Esau's technology. Okay, and making Esau, you know, their God. Okay, let me do some real quick. This the brother GMS Tazakiah. Okay, Yahweh the Ba, Ecclesiasticus 1 and 14 says, "To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful, you know, in the womb." Okay, that's a gift, man. The fear of the Lord is something that has to be within us, man. It has to be built into, you know, our DNA, man, how we're made, you know. Um, so yeah, let me cue up this first video real quick. Um, that nigga there. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so pretty much, I got this video from the young brother Rob out in the Memphis camp. There's insane ways people are preparing for doomsday. Okay, you're
Doomsday
gonna
prepping community.
see the simplicity. Simplicity of these damn people, man.
Whenever a Democrat has a chance of getting elected, survival store owners notice.
Meet a future mom, a first-time mom, and a seasoned pro. This mom's one step closer to their new minivan. Yeah, you'll get used to it.
Notice that when it is
So yeah, let me cue it up from the beginning.
Meet a future mom, a first-time mom, and a seasoned pro. This mom's one step closer to their new minivan.
everyone has their own ways.
All right, so I'm gonna let it play, you know, interject. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, probably first, you know, half of it, you know, just to give y'all an idea, you know, what it is. But let me go ahead and put the link in the description box. You know, if y'all want to watch the whole thing, you know. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna play it, you know, and I'll interject, Lord willing, you know, spirit, you know, and touch on some things, man. But this people think, you know, it's the pride of this society, like they're gonna escape the judgment that's to come. They don't look at this as judgment from Yahweh Shema Shai. They look at this as just something that's gonna happen, man. You know, that they think might be a possibility, man. you know.
Everyone has their own ways of preparing for doomsday. Some people would rather not think about it while the world burns down around them. Others have a spot reserved in one of the most luxurious doomsday bunkers in the world. One family in a small New England town is stockpiling honeybees. And at the very top of the planet, in the frigid temperatures of the Arctic, a select few maintain a vault that could contain humanity's last hope for survival. Let's start with the best of the best, or at least the richest of the rich. What do the super rich get when they buy into the Opidum complex in the Czech Republic? The answer is pretty much anything they want. The architects of the Opidum have not only created a doomsday shelter, but a doomsday paradise. The complex sits in a quiet valley protected by natural features and a solid concrete wall. The walls are so high that the only way to see inside of the complex is by aerial view or entering through one of the secret entrances. The property itself is 323,000 square feet in size, but that doesn't even count most of the living space deep underground. There are plenty of things to do on the surface of the compound. But if the outside world is irradiated from nuclear war or a supervolcano blocks the sun for hundreds of years, the residents of Opidum will spend most of their time in the 2 underground levels of this doomsday community. Each of these levels is 77,500 square feet with 13-foot-high ceilings. So how did the super rich prepare for their doomsday scenario? By adding all of the comforts they now enjoy to their secure underground community at Opidum. To keep their clients comfortable and ensure they have everything they would ever need, Opidum has added some key components at their underground facility. There's a garden that is grown using artificial lights, which are programmed to imitate the sun as closely as possible. Of course, they need to include a spa, a swimming pool, and a library. But no doomsday shelter for the super rich would be complete without installing a theater complex complete with every movie ever made. The underground compound will also contain the basics, such as a medical facility, and all the necessary supplies to keep the community healthy. But it also includes custom vaults, so the residents can store their private art collections and any other valuables they don't want to lose during the end of the world. There will also be a full-service restaurant and a fully stocked wine cellar to keep everyone happy and drunk. The price tag for reserving a spot at Opidum is not advertised, which means you'd have to contact them directly to find out. And if you have to ask the price, you probably can't afford it. Obviously, this is not how most people prep for doomsday. But when you have a ton of money, you can go all out preparing for the end of the world. However, there are people who do some pretty insane things to prepare for doomsday.
What the Yeah, so that's pretty much what the super rich, okay, are into, man. You know, these plush, decked out, doomsday cities, man. Okay. This is what they're up to, man, because they know something is coming. Okay. Because when you have that access to that type of money, the super rich, okay, you're in, different circles and you in the loop, to a degree of what's going on. Okay. And this the time that we in, and I'm gonna go here real quick because these super rich, they got what you call a contingency plan. And you seen the hospital down there, you seen servants down there, people still getting pedicures and manicures, okay? But that lines up with prophecy, man. See, everything is detailed within the prophecy, man. Okay. Matter of fact, even before I get that revelation, it just show, this is nothing but the power of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. All right, so let's get Isaiah 46. Okay. It's Isaiah 46:9 said, remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning and from the ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Okay, so what we're seeing is Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, which let me share the Bible. Yahweh Bashim Al Shai is proving that his counsel is going to stand, because everything that is spoken, okay, and written in these scriptures, okay, is coming to pass. All right, right on cue. You see. Now let's get this in Revelation, because This is a detailed prophecy, okay, going into what we just seen, man. Okay, because the super rich start with the, with the elites on down to the, your Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and, the billionaires and, tens of billionaires. Okay, that's who those underground cities are for. Okay, it's called a contingency plan. If a brother can find that definition, post it up too. Now, okay, this is Revelation. Matter of fact, I started. It's Revelation 6 and 14. It says, "And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together." Nuclear destruction. Okay, and the mushroom cloud. Okay, this is the after effect of those missiles. This is what John the Revelator is seeing, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Yeah, man, because this nuclear war is going to change. All right, the surface of the earth, man. Okay, the scripture says a new heaven and a new earth. A new heaven going to rulership. Okay, a new earth. Hey, the earth gonna be fresh and cleansed by fire, but it's also going to be, changed, man. All those missiles hitting America, and then the missiles hitting other places, man. It's gonna change the landscape of the earth, man. Verse 15 says, "And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman." So the rich men, the great men, was select. Let me go all the way back. "And the kings, which are your elites, okay, the great men, all right, that's going to be, your scientists, your engineers, your doctors, and your elite, okay, thinkers of society, man. Okay, and the rich man, that's where you're gonna get your Bezos, your Elon Musk, Bill Gates, etc. Okay, and the chief captains and the mighty men, yeah, you're gonna have the leaders of military and certain of their elite soldiers, you know, with them as well, because they want to be protected. Okay, they think that, okay, they're gonna come to the surface. They want to have a standing army. When they come to the surface, man. That's what they think. And every bond, man, they're gonna have servants down there. Okay, they're gonna have servants down there, man. You see, people to restaurants. Okay, like you said, they got restaurants down there. Okay, movie theaters and spas, and so they're gonna have servants. Okay, and every free man, those people born to those children of these kings and great men and rich men, they're freemen. You see, it says, "Hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains," man. All right, these lavish underground cities, "and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne." That's Yahweh Shah in that chariot, you know. Hey, he's bringing the throne. He's bringing his throne to the to this realm, okay. "And from the wrath of the Lamb, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand?" Okay, and they know something is coming. All right. So let me get back to it. And they know something is coming. Yep, the brother put it up there for me. Yep, the water. This is the brother Bayan Yasha Allah. It's contingency plan. It says, "A plan designed to take a possible future event or circumstances, into account." So this is what they have, and most of these governments have contingency plans. That's why when you hear war, what's the first thing you hear? They say Kamala and Biden are in the bunkers. You know, that's whenever there's a great threat to a nation, they put up all the leaders and the the elite scientists and engineers they will put them away. It's a plan to put them away, you know. So if if all this fail, they can come back and rebuild society, man. Okay, that's the vain, you know, the all right, the vain thinking, okay, that they have. What's that in Psalms 2 and 1? Brother can put that real quick. Let me go back to the video. Yep, this is the brother Yashima tribe of Judah. Psalms 2 and 1, it says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? So all these things that we see is nothing but, okay, the heathen raging and they're imagining a vain thing. If this gonna happen, we're gonna do this. If that happen, you know, we're gonna have this and we're gonna come back and do this. We're gonna, you know, we're gonna got light. It's like the sun. We got, you know, no. Okay. You going to captivity. All right. You going to work. You see, work, nigga. That's the only thing, all right, that you should be preparing for, work. You know, the only way you can prepare for, you heathen can prepare for what's to come, all right, is do your push-ups and sit-ups, all right, because your ass finna go to work. You heathens that survive, man, the judgment, okay.
Day, even if they don't have a huge budget. One former high school teacher in Ontario named Bruce Beach came in G's doomsday plan using recycled school buses. He first started planning for doomsday in the 1960s during the Cuban Missile Crisis, but even after we made it through the Cold War, he continued to build on doomsday plan. The way to utilize abandoned school buses from the worked at was to repurpose them as a doomsday bunker. He would purchase them in town and bury them underground. As Beach collected more and more buses, he connected them like Legos, forming elaborate tunnels. In the 1980s, he finished his school bus shelter and named it ARC 2. The whole complex is made up of 42 school buses that are completely buried underground with a secure opening to enter the doomsday bunker. He was so proud of his accomplishment, he even rented out his school bus shelter to people to stay in, like an Airbnb. ARC 2 has a kitchen, a shower, and several bedrooms. One unique trait that Beach has that many doomsday preppers don't is generosity. He even has said that people have called him up just to ask if they had a space in ARC 2 for them if the world came to an end. He always responded that he did. This might be a uniquely Canadian trait, as it's very rare for someone to offer shelter to others in their doomsday shelter. One man in China is taking a different approach using the ARC name. Instead of reusing buses, he's taken a page out of the Bible. Lu Zhenghai has spent $160,000 on materials to build up a ship reminiscent of Noah's Ark, except a better name in this case might be Zhenghai's Ark. The reason he's spending so much money on the ship is to protect his family from the worldwide flood he sees coming. To be fair, sea levels are rising, and depending on where you live, there's a chance you could be flooded out of your home. This is especially true for island nations and coastal communities, but Zhenghai wants to make sure he and his family are prepared just in case the entire planet floods. He's building a ship around 65 feet long that weighs 80 tons. His materials of choice are steel and wood to construct the hull of the ship. The inside will then be split into different rooms and sections that will turn the boat into a comfortable house in which his family can live. Another man in China is preparing for the short-term impacts of doomsday. He's doing this in a pretty crazy way by creating giant yellow balls. Yang Zhongfu has constructed several massive balls made out of steel that are 13 feet in diameter. Each one supposedly can withstand pretty much any type of disaster. He calls these spheres an Atlantis. They weigh around 3 tons and have been painted bright yellow. Zhongfu claims the design is optimal for surviving sudden global catastrophes such as volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. The way the spheres are shaped allows them to float, roll, or even withstand the force of an explosion. One main problem with the Atlantis balls is that anyone inside would get tossed around.
Anxious about your next technical interview? You won't be if you are coached by tech leads and hiring managers from the top tech
Around. This led to Zhang Fu equipping each metal ball with seat belts. He even claims that the materials used would help someone survive a nuclear blast from a distance. If you were in the ball right next to where a nuclear device was detonated, the giant yellow ball would not save you. But if you were a little ways away, it could protect you from the shockwave as it rolled to safety. Zhang Fu has created a way to prepare for any disaster, but in a different way than many preppers have. His plan is to survive the initial cause of doomsday and then leave his Atlantis structure to try to survive in a post-apocalyptic world. This is different from many doomsday preppers, as he isn't in it for the long haul. He just wants to survive in the short term. Maybe his thought is that if the Atlantis balls couldn't save him from whatever doomsday scenario ends the world, there wouldn't be much left in the apocalypse to look forward to anyway. It is insane how much time and money some people spend on a doomsday plan. This couldn't be more true than one Australian man who's created his safe space high up in the mountains. In Australia, a man named Robert Bast has spent over $350,000 on survival equipment to make sure he's prepared for doomsday. That is a crazy amount of money to spend on supplies if you're assuming the world is going to end, but most of what he stockpiles is expected, such as food, water, and gas. Unlike many other doomsday preppers, Bast isn't building his shelter underground. Instead, he'll be traveling into the mountains for Armageddon. In fact, Bast has built a safe house 1,500 feet above sea level. He makes test runs periodically with his family to ensure they're ready in worst-case scenarios. Bast, his wife, and his kids pile into a pickup truck and speed up the mountain to where safety awaits. So it would seem that in the land down under, the doomsday safe houses are not always down underground. Even more surprising than spending tons of money or living in a school bus is what some people collect to prepare for doomsday. You wouldn't think that bees would be the animal of choice when preparing for the end of the world, but one New England woman disagrees. Kathy Harrison, also known as Doris Day of Doom, is stockpiling honeybees for the end of the world. She collects the bees with her husband and makes sure they're kept happy and healthy. The craziest part is what they plan to do with them when the world ends. When asked this question, Harrison tells people that bees are an excellent source of food. Their honey can be used to make all kinds of nutritious meals. Not to mention, in dire straits, the bees themselves can be eaten as a small source of protein. The bees' wax can also be used as a preservative, which can keep vegetables and fruits fresher longer. But there's another, more unique use that the Harrisons have planned for their hives. When the world comes crashing down, they plan to use the bees and their honey as a commodity to barter with. Since money will have no value in a post-apocalyptic world, food and other important resources will be key. The bees can replenish their own numbers while simultaneously producing honey that can be bartered with. Basically, the Harrisons are using their bees as a cash cow. This will only work if the other people play nice after the world comes to an end. If New England turns into a Mad Max scenario, the bees will probably not be very useful. Some preppers around the world have created their doomsday plan to include no one else but themselves and their immediate family. There will be no bartering and no communicating with others. This led one man to make the basement of his Las Vegas home his own private indoor world. This doomsday prepper has recreated a quiet neighborhood right under his house. It comes with everything from an in-ground pool to a grassy lawn. And to be fair, the setup seems pretty relaxing, even if it is intended for the end of the world. The tiny houses in the bunker are just a single room, but they have lovely sliding glass doors, and inside is everything someone could need to ride out the apocalypse. Even if the housemates don't get along from time to time, they can escape each other by wandering through the small park and staring up at a fake sky. Honestly, if the world has to end, this might not be the worst place to spend the rest of your life. The only thing better than preparing for doomsday with a small village in your basement is by making your entire house a bunker. And that is exactly what one architect did in Poland. This home is called the Safe House and is located just outside of Warsaw, Poland. It was created by Robert Konieczki of KWK Proms as an impenetrable fortress to protect whoever's inside from whatever doomsday befalls the world, including a zombie apocalypse. The structure looks more like a giant concrete block than an actual house when it's in lockdown. It has no windows or doors and is completely isolated from the outside world. But when the coast is clear and doomsday is over, the walls slide back, allowing anyone inside to have a beautiful view of the property. However, when the walls are open, the house is still protected by a solid concrete wall that lines the entire property. The cool thing is that if at any point the people inside the safe house feel unsafe, they can put the structure back in lockdown with the touch of a button. Inside is everything someone would want to keep them busy during the apocalypse. This might be the holy grail of doomsday homes. If you thought the previous preppers were crazy, you haven't seen anything yet. A company called Vivos X Point has an insane plan for some open land in South Dakota. Vivos X Point doesn't plan to build just one bunker, or even a few bunkers, to prepare for the end of the world. Instead, Vivos X Point is building an entire underground city of 575 bunkers to house the last remaining survivors of Doomsday. There are entire towns with less than 575 structures, meaning this underground Doomsday city will be bigger than many other South Dakota communities. This will be a no-frills underground city providing only the necessities. However, they do build to suit customers' needs. Vivos X Point has drawn up 4 different floor plans that a resident can choose from, so there is something for everyone. It would seem the people in this region of the United States take Doomsday very seriously, and now they can be
So as you can see, there's all type of, doomsday preparations, being made. All right. But at the end of the day, no one can escape the judgment. Okay. And that's a very proud mindset, all right, to have, as if you can prep for the judgment, okay, from Yahweh Bashim Shah. You see, that's a very proud, mindset to have, man. Now, what I want to get you, brother, post a couple of precepts, and I'm gonna go into the blue letter. So, let's get Second Ezra 16. Let's get Second Ezra 16:40 through let's get Second Ezra 16:40 through 48. And go ahead and share the blue letter, because you and some of that what they were doing was super stupid. Okay, like the nigga with the yellow ball. All right, that was extremely stupid. Okay, you're gonna put yourself in a little ball where you got limited air. Okay, limited food supply you can have in there, and you just subjugated to whatever happening outside. Okay, now that was super dumb. That was super dumb. Showing you that these heathens need somebody else making decisions for them, man. The hell Moab, was thinking. Now, you had one guy trying to build a boat, like he in the time of Noah. But what did the Lord say? All right, this is Genesis 9:11, and it says, "And I will establish my covenant with you, neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by waters of flood." So this man is preparing for a flood, but the Bible, you read in the Bible, the Most High promised that He wouldn't destroy the earth like that anymore, man. Okay, so here it is. This man is preparing for a scenario that the Lord said He wouldn't even do anymore. Okay, show you how out of tune people are with the scriptures, man. All right, it says, "And I will establish my covenant with you, neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of flood, neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth," man. Okay, and that was the whole thing of the rainbow, which this society turned into wickedness. All right, which is going to bring what? The destruction by fire. Okay, that's second death. Okay. Verse 12, and it says, and the Most High said, this is a token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generation. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. Okay. And it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. All right. And I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and the water shall be no more. All right. And the water shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh, man. So this nigga is building a boat, but then you have this passage that's telling you he's not gonna come like that this time. All right. Well, the scripture tell you how he is coming. Okay. So let's get that in Isaiah 66 and 15. It said, for behold, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his fire, okay, and his rebuke with flames of fire. So Yahweh Shah coming in the chariot with fire, man. Okay. For by fire, verse 16, for by fire and by his sword, okay, which is that concentrated fire, with the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah plead with all flesh, because that fire gonna those lasers gonna be swinging back and forth like a sword, man. You know, like a sword coming out them chariots, man. Okay, and the slain of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah shall be many. And you talking about a nigga, okay, in a yellow ball. You know, think he's just gonna be rolling around while all this destruction is going on. Okay, or a nigga done built a boat. Okay, no, man, you're gonna be through. All right, now, um, so let's go here and see. This is just the pride, you know, with this society, just like you know, ancient Babylon. Gonna get this real quick. Trying to find one more scripture I wanted brothers to because it goes directly against. Let me see if I can find to like it. Yep. If a brother can put second Ezra 15 verse 57 and 58, you know, that's what I'm looking for. But yep, going back to it and see, this is the mindset that people had going back to the time of Babel. And if you understand the time of Babel, all right, on the Tower of Babel, you know, which Nimrod, you know, Hamite, you know, was ruling pretty much the known world at that time. And what he was doing, he was pushing a rebellion against Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay? And instead of pushing the spirit of repentance, what did he do? He pushed the spirit of, well, we gonna outthink the Most High. Okay, we gonna make a way where we can still do what we want and not have to worry about the flood. Okay, not have to worry about the judgment. And this is what this society does. This is the energy of Esau Edom. Well, look, I'm gonna give you the right to rebel, and you don't have to worry about being ridiculed or being judged. You know, you see, I'm gonna make you immune to the judgment, you know, of a higher power. Okay, and that's the energy being pushed now. So when you read Genesis 11 and 1, it says, "And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech." You see that? And their unity, man. This is what being pushed now. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there, which is, you know, modern day, you know, in the area, in that region of Iraq, you know, in Iran. It says, "And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar." It says, "And they said, Go, let us build a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth." Okay, so they're doing this to what? To avoid judgment. They still want to be rebellious, but they don't want to deal with the judgment that comes with it. Okay, so let's get that word build. Okay, in the Hebrew, which is banah. All right, in the Hebrew, banah. But then you go into it. What does it say? It says to build, to rebuild, to establish, to cause to continue. Okay, they want to continue their rebellion and avoid and try some way find a loophole through judgment. No, okay. No, man, you're going to receive that judgment, man. Okay, when you go into Job, all right, the book of Job, Job chapter 4, verse 8, it says, "Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same." And here it is, Esau Edom, you know, being the head of this rebellion, has plowed all this iniquity and has all these other heathens plowing all this iniquity in the earth, you know, sowing in wickedness. They ain't finna reap that. Okay, they ain't finna reap that, man. Let's get this, man. You know, Galatians. This is Galatians 6 and 7. It says, "Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth," all right, "that shall he also reap." And see, these people have all these plans. If this gonna happen, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna, you know, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna be good, and you know, you got a fake son. And, all right, look at that word mock. Because this is them pretty much making mockery of the judgment, as if they have it within their power to escape judgment, man. Okay. Now you go to that word in the Greek and you get it.
Strong's G 3456. Mukterizo. Mukterizo.
Muterizo. Okay. Muterizo. Now when you go into it, what does it say? It says to turn up the nose or sneer at. You see, proud. When you see people trying to avoid the judgment that's to come, okay, that's them being proud. They got their nose turned up at Yahweh Shema Shah, saying, "We're gonna be good. We're gonna be watching movies, restaurants, okay. Not worry about your little judgment, you know, that you got written. We're gonna ride it out. Come on with it." Okay, it said to mock or deride. So Hey, the Most High finna test all these theories, all these, great escape plans and, ways to ways to escape judgment. Okay, the Most High finna test out all those theories, man, and we gonna see. Okay, yeah, let me get these. But see, that's and Esau got people in that energy, man. Like they can avoid the judgment. Okay, let's get this in Jeremiah. Because these things are written, so it got to happen. Okay, these things written got to happen, man. All right, the Heavenly Father names Yahweh, He is, and see what they're trying to do, say He's not. Okay. This is Jeremiah 30:16. It said, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. You heathens finna go into captivity, man. You can't plan your way or prep your way past this prophecy, man. You going to work, okay? That Ammonite, in that big yellow ball, that nigga gonna roll to work, okay? The water gonna take that nigga from, all right, Japan to Israel, because he finna go to work, all right? He gonna roll, float, bounce his ass to work. You see? You go into captivity. And it says, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Okay? That's going to happen, man. Let's read the next one, man. It said, for I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, said the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. And this is speaking to, all right, the elect, man. You see, they talking about all this prepping and doomsday. Well, the restoration of Israel is coming, man. The Lord finna restore his people, all right, back to their health, man. All right, that nobility, their righteous nation, man. Okay, this what's happening. You see, because you got, all these different scenarios, these doomsday scenarios. No, that's not the big picture. The big picture is y'all going to captivity and we gonna be restored, man. It says, because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after, man. Okay. So what these people, call themselves preparing for, they have no idea, all right, of the true intentions of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. They have no idea. Okay. So let's go here. Post, because you had that one, that one family, talking about they're gonna be in the mountains. Well, the prophecy got you faded too, my guy. All right, yeah, we're gonna go to the mountain. Everybody going on the ground. We gonna go to the mountains like you doing something cute, man. No, the prophecy got you too, man. You see, everybody's subjugated to prophecy, man. Okay. No one is operating outside of prophecy. No one. Not one thing is operating outside of prophecy, man. This is brother Yashima tribe of Judah, 2nd Ezra 15:57. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Okay. Thy cities shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. So whether you in the city or you out in the country parts, okay, guess what? Judgment is coming. You don't think the elites here it is, you doing all this with all this surveillance that the elites got. You think you don't know, you think no one knows about your little mountain retreat, okay? Your little doomsday. Okay, here it is. You're renting the doomsday bunker out to people you don't know. Okay? How dumb can you be? All right? You people gonna get caught up in the mix, man. You might not even make it to that doomsday bunker, man. Okay? Verse 58, and it says, they that be in the mountain shall die of hunger. Yeah, he's up there. They got the, the scenario where he's in the mountain with the garden and all this, man. They say you're gonna die of hunger, man. Because at the end of the day, you can plant all you want. It's up to you. How about Shemal Shah, whether those seeds produce, man. Okay, with damn how good you think you are at science and husbandry. Okay. You know the soils and you got this. No, man. It's up to you. How about Shema Shah, whether you eat or not, man. Okay. At the end of the day, it said they that be in the mountain shall die of hunger and eat their own flesh. So, you might eat your whole family up there, man. The Most High gonna make mockery of you people because you're trying to make mockery of him, man. Okay. That guy, you might eat your whole family up there, man. Well, it's just you, and then you die of starvation, man. And it says, they that be in the mountain shall die of hunger and eat their own flesh and drink their own blood for very hunger of bread and thirst of water, man. Okay, so your little mountain retreat is gonna be it's gonna turn into a human buffet, man. Okay. The prophecy got you people pinpointed, man. All right. So let's get this one here. Okay. My brother put up early. All right. So going back in 2nd Ezra 16:40, it says, "Oh my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth, man. Even be as pilgrims upon the earth, man. Which means, hey, we're gonna have to move around, man. We're gonna be surviving, okay, specifically, our faith, man. And Yahweh Shema Shai, Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna be providing, man. The scripture say, my servant shall eat, and you shall be thirsty. Okay. My servants, shall have joy and mirth. You, all right, gonna be through. You put that in 2nd Ezra 2:27 and 28. Okay. But this is the mind frame we going into these things too, man. These people are trying to, reserve and preserve their possessions and, all these different things. This is 2nd Ezra 16:41. It says, he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buy as he that will lose. 42. He that occupy merchandise, and he that have no profit by it, and he that build it as he, all right, that shall not dwell therein. Okay. And it says, he that soweth as if he shall not reap, so also he that planted the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. It says, they that marry is they that shall not get children, and they, all right, that marry not as the widowers, man. Okay, it's gonna be families broken up. It says, and therefore they that labor in vain. Yeah, all this work, you working extra hours, to invest in your doomsday bunker. It's gonna be in vain, man. Okay, you trying to work extra hours so you can transfer, your money into gold, and it's gonna be in vain, man. Verse 46: for strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children, man. The Most High gonna make mockery of you people that are doing all this prepping, man. And there's gonna be all type of scenarios where you people gonna be getting spoiled, man. Okay, then we can't forget the standard gonna be lifted. It's gonna be, hey, the house of David gonna be out here with powers, man. Okay, so you got a lot to deal with. You got a lot of things that you can't prepare for, man. Okay, so when you read down verse 47, it says, "And they that occupy their merchandise with robbery, the more they deck their cities, their houses, their possessions, and their own persons." Verse 48, "The more will I be angry with them for their sin, said the Lord." So the more you prep, the more angry the Lord is getting, man. You in this spirit of you gonna prep your way through these things, man. There's nothing wrong with buying extra, extra things. Okay, there's nothing wrong with buying a little more than usual. Putting things to the side, man. Okay, but having this mindset that you gonna prep your way through the judgment, the angry the Lord is with it, the more angry how about Shema Shai is becoming. And that's to you Israelites, man. That's in their spirit, man. Because you got Jake that's in their spirit too, man. Are they gonna prep their way through judgment, man? Okay. So at the end of the day, if a brother, brother can put that second Ezra 20, second Ezra chapter 2, verse 27 and 28, Yep. Let's get this one. It says, Psalms 37 and 28, it says, "For the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever." Okay? We're going to be preserved through Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Okay? But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. Okay? The seed of the wicked shall be cut off, man. Okay? That's guaranteed, man. But the Lord gonna preserve. Like if there's not, divine intervention, help from on high, we done. Okay, we need a miracle. The Most High set it up. Well, the only way to get through this thing is a miracle from on high, man. And He's gonna perform it. He's constantly telling us that He's gonna perform it. He's gonna perform that miracle, man. Okay. So we in a time where we gotta have the faith and the patience to understand how about Shema Shai finna work in the earth, man, through judgment and through deliverance, man. You see, because as He judging, He's going to be preserving His elect through judgment, man. Okay, and that's gonna make our faith complete, man. All right, this is Beyond Yasha on 2nd Ezra 2 and 27. It says, "Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance." Okay? Marry and have abundance, man. It's going to be through miracles, man. That's going to only happen through miracles, man. No other way. Okay? It said, "The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall not be able to do nothing against thee, said the Lord," man. So they wasting all this time prepping and trying to figure out what they're gonna do in this scenario, and if this happened, got the night vision goggles and you know all these things that they're doing, but see, it's gonna be in vain, man, because they can't plan for every scenario that Yahweh Shema Shai is about to bring to the earth, man. This is the spiritual realm, all right, that's finna open up judgment in the in the mortal realm. Okay, and the only way to be prepared is through uh, uh being under the shadow of the Almighty. Okay, being preserved by Yahweh by Shema outside. That's the only way to be preserved, man. If you're not on those chariots when missiles start hitting America, you're done. Okay, you're done. And a brother can post that in Isaiah 65 and 17. And we can. I think we end it there. Yep. We end it there because this is a transfer of kingdoms, man. All right, and people don't, these people prepping, they don't understand. This is a transfer of kingdoms, man. All right, there's a new regime, coming. All right, to the earth, man. There's a righteous regime that's getting ready to come into the earth. Okay, and that's what this thing is building up to, man. Okay, this ain't gonna be destruction, and then after that, just a bunch of randomness and people trying to survive. No, man, there's a new regime coming to earth, man. New Israel. We coming out those spiritual bunkers, man. Those chariots, man. We coming down, okay, to reign in righteousness, man. That's what's getting ready to happen. Now, let's get this. This is brother Yashima, tribe of Judah. It says Isaiah 65:17 said, "For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind," man. A whole new world, okay? Wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. And this old society and these old ways are finna be done away with, man. So that's the point, Lord will, you brothers, okay, you few sisters were edified. Till the next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah, Abba, DTA soon.